Hello, Mid-Michigan, and welcome to high school softball action here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Chris Bachman with you. Our Barbary Law Studios coming to you today from Beal City High School, just beyond Beal City High School here at the ball fields, and the football field is still pretty torn up, some construction going down, but the baseball and softball fields are absolutely beautiful today, a little bit more beautiful than the weather that we have had. It's another jacket day out here for baseball and softball. You'll probably see some girls out there in the hoodies, in the jackets when they're in the field, when they're on the base pass. Today we have got the Lady Aggies of Beal City taking on Manton. Beal City you'd consider a big favorite in this one, but I'm sure Manton does have their number one pitcher going with Kendall Nehart, and so we'll see if she's able to hold down this absolutely powerful Beal City Aggie softball lineup. Leading off things is going to be Miss Dakota Dodak wearing number 1, playing out in center field. Batting second, wearing number 16, playing in left field will be Miss Madison Fisher. Lauren Gross will be batting third. She's going to be DHing, wearing number 2. She'll probably be pitching in game number 2. Batting cleanup is going to be Miss Emma Block. She will be in the circle for game 1. Behind her, hitting in the 5th spot, Miss Ariana Brown, playing third base, wearing number 10. Behind her, Beth Block, wearing number 13, will also be behind the plate in this one. Addie Sanders, wearing number 32, will be batting 7th, playing at shortstop. Batting 8th will be Hayden McLachlan, wearing number 22, playing at first base. And wearing number 27, batting 9th, essentially a second leadoff hitter, is Miss Macy McKinney, playing out at second base. And Aubrey Thielen will be playing out in right field, that DH, essentially her and Lauren Gross making that full position. But it's the Aggies. It is the Rangers getting ready to battle things out here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. This is the Woods Household pregame show, coming to you live from our Barbary Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Also, much love to our friends at Gates Drilling and Service, Bill's Custom Fab, The Bird, All-American Grill, Clark Modular Homes, Weefrich Financial, Woods Household Appliance, Brad, Malley Well Drilling, and Malley Construction. Also love to J&J Auto, Blocko Pools and Spas, Konwinski Construction, Weber Brothers Sawmill, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, E&S Graphics, Mount Pleasant Automotive, and Price Up to Grab, Joe Wentworth, Pradium Realty, Robbins, Stressman, and Associates. 6-11, I believe, is the record that I saw for the Manton Rangers as they come into this game. The Aggie girls are 16-5 on the year. They are hoping for a deep run in the postseason, but a lot of it's going to come down to Beal City, Sacred Heart Academy again. And I am talking for the baseball and softball districts. It's another year where you could have these two powerhouse teams matching up in the state championship, the semifinal, the regional final, as they're both highly ranked. Sacred Heart Academy is number 1 in baseball. Beal City's number 6 in baseball. When you go to softball, it's number 4 for Sacred Heart Academy, number 6 for Beal City. So two highly ranked teams that will be battling it out for a district championship. And again, they've got to get by a couple teams to get there as well, but they will be the big favorites. Time for a break here on the Woods Household pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about this and a Ranger lineup and talk some more about this powerful lineup of the Beal City Aggie girls. You're listening to Aggie Softball on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Back with more right after this. Weefrich Financial knows it can be incredibly overwhelming to navigate the world of financial planning. With trusted guidance and easy-to-understand advice, you can feel comfortable in your financial future with Weefrich Financial. Weefrich Financial assists people in all stages of life with a specialization in retirement and investment planning. Experience the power of working with an advisor dedicated to your success. Visit WeefrichFinancial.com. Visit them in downtown Mount Pleasant. Call or text 989-953-7888. Weefrich Financial, member SIPC. Martinez Painting, Central Michigan's trusted painting professionals. They specialize in both interior and exterior jobs for your home and business. No matter how big or how small the job, they transform any space with quality and precision. Learn more by visiting Martinez Painting on Facebook today or give them a call at 989-317-5536. All Seasons Fireworks is a big fan of all the athletes, coaches, officials, and volunteers who make high school sports happen. To make your next event bigger and brighter, stop by All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant. Graduations, birthdays, weddings, or a big win become more memorable underneath a night sky lit up by the magic of fireworks. All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant. When your team or business needs to look good, don't get left hanging. Call or stop by Hanging by a Thread in Wademan, the official embroiders for the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Hanging by a Thread, a proud supporter of local schools.
GNS Mechanical in Wademan offers service and installation on everything for your home and business. From a simple filter replacement to furnace, central air service, and install, geothermal, and walk-in coolers and freezers. If you have a need, GNS Mechanical has a solution. Learn more at gnsmechanical.com or call 989-644-2106.
Imagine a home that reflects your style. With WW Construction, that dream will become a reality. As a trusted Mid-Michigan builder, WW Construction specializes in builds and remodels that turn ordinary spaces into extraordinary ones. Join the growing family of homeowners who trust WW Construction for quality and craftsmanship. Call WW Construction today at 989-621-2722 to make your dreams a reality.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back inside our Woods Household pregame show here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. It looks like teams are lining up for the national anthem right now. And again, we got on a little bit late getting that roster from our friends over at the Manton Rangers, but we are getting ready for softball action. And the Beal City Aggies, the Manton Rangers, actually, as I say that, it's the Beal City Aggie girls taking the field right now. So we still got a little bit of time here for our Woods Household pregame show. Your lineup for the Manton Rangers. And if you listen to Beal City girls basketball a couple years ago, there was a ton of L's with Lily Leopard, Liddy Salisbury, Lainey Longton, and the crew. You're going to hear a lot of first-name K's for the Manton Rangers. I'm talking Kyra, Kendall, Katie, Carly, and Kylie. Yeah. Kyra Johnson will lead things off wearing number 4, playing at shortstop. Batting second, wearing number 2 will be Kendall Nehart. She will be in the circle for the Rangers. Batting third will be Erin McConnell, playing at first base. Batting in the cleanup spot will be Honor Favre. She's playing out in center field. Katie Meyer will be behind the plate, batting fifth, wearing number 34. Batting sixth will be Carly Wilkins, playing out in right field, wearing number 1. Batting seventh, wearing number 6 is Shelby Sparks. She'll be playing out in left field. Batting eighth is Amelia Lafreniere. She'll be playing at second base, wearing number 5. And rounding out the lineup is Kylie Alexander. She's wearing number 14, playing at third base. And obviously, the Aggies will be in the field to start the game as they are the home team. Kind of run through that for you one more time. In the circle will be Emma Block. Behind the plate will be Beth Block at first base, not Blaze. First base will be Hayden McLachlan. At second will be Macy McKinney. At short, Addie Sanders. At third, Ariana Brown. And left field, Madison Fisher. Center field, Dakota Dodak. And Aubrey Thielen out in right field. She is a designated player today. Hitting for her is Lauren Gross in the 3 spot at DH. Going to take another break here on the Woods Household pregame show. When we come back, talk about keys to victory for this game for the Beal City Aggie girls. You're listening to the Woods Household pregame show. Back with more right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Mike Stanton, and I'm honored to represent the Maryland Chapman Memorial Fund, created to honor Maryland's legacy of generosity, compassion, and commitment to our community. At its core, our mission is simple: to support our youth, remove barriers, and create opportunities for kids to grow, compete, and succeed, both in their community and in the game of life. We are incredibly excited to support the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. They do an outstanding job highlighting student athletes, local schools, and the power of teamwork, shining a light on the hard work and dedication that is often overlooked. This partnership allows us to celebrate not just wins on the field, but character and leadership along the way. At the end of the day, it's about investing in our youth, strengthening our communities, and carrying forward Maryland's spirit of giving. To learn more about the Maryland Chapman Memorial Fund and the events we support, find us on Facebook by searching Maryland Chapman Memorial Fund. Go Blue Jays.
Value is not just a price. When you buy something for your home, it's an investment. Knowing that you're getting a great deal and service after the sale is priceless. At Woods Household, we only carry quality products for your home at competitive prices. Furniture that is attractive and durable. Comfortable mattresses that last for years. Flooring that stands up to wear and tear. These are all products that last by trusted name brands like FlexSteel, Serta, Whirlpool, and many more. So shop the Woods way.
Mumford Oil and Gas Supply is your one-stop shop for top quality products and procurement in the Michigan oil and gas industry. With over 45 years of experience and a strong commitment to customer satisfaction, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply delivers the best solutions for your oil and gas production, drilling, and service needs. If you need it, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply can get it. Visit them on Fancher Day or give them a call at 989-317-8582. Malley Construction in Mount Pleasant are experts in residential and commercial construction. From poured walls, flat work, pipe work, and road work, Malley Construction does it all. And they are Michigan Department of Transportation pre-qualified. Malley Construction is family-owned and a proud supporter of local high school sports. Bryce Updegraff with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates thanks the coaches and officials who put in the time to help student athletes achieve their dreams and goals. For all of your real estate needs, the Bryce is right with Bryce Updegraff. With Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-620-6595. The Diner, where homemade favorites come to life every day for breakfast and lunch. From fluffy pancakes to savory sandwiches, the Diner has your cravings covered. Discover the perfect blend of comfort food and camaraderie at the Diner. Join them every Friday night till 7 for their famous fish fry. The Diner on North Mission, Mount Pleasant. Hiring a cleaning service doesn't mean you're lazy. Martinez Cleaning knows it means you value your time and want to come home and relax and not worry about the mess. Martinez Cleaning allows you to do just that. Come home and relax to a nice clean home. Schedule your appointment and learn more by visiting Martinez Cleaning on Facebook or call today at 989-289-8615.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Much love to our friends Bryce Updegraff, Joe Wentworth, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, our sponsor of Closing the Deal when it comes to high school baseball and softball action. When we get back to football, it'll also be closing the deal and a whole lot of real estate out there. Also love to Mount Pleasant Public Schools, Martinez Lawn Care, Bo Guybanga and Bradley, Powell Frame and Collision, Dick Silva Auto Sales, Brickner and Bunker, Farm Bureau Insurance Group, Block Electric, The Diner, WW Construction, All Seasons Fireworks, Pier Plumbing, Hanging by a Thread, GNS Mechanical, and the Maryland Chapman Memorial Fund. It's the Beal City Aggies, the Manton Rangers softball action for you today. We can see the baseball scoreboard off in the distance as well, so we'll be providing you some updates from there. Brought to you by our friends at Brad Malley Well Drilling, Malley Construction, and Clark Modular Homes. Coach Antlink out there right now hitting some final few warm-ups for Block on the mound, Block back behind the plate. Second base also out there as well. Still getting ready to get a little bit of work in as we get ready for the action here. The Beal City Aggies taking on the Manton Rangers. 6-11 versus 16-5. So again, Beal City probably the big favorite in this one. But if you'd asked me yesterday, we had 17-5 Shepherd versus 9-9 Clare. I'd have told you I think Shepherd's a big favorite in that one. But Blake Cyan came out and had an unbelievable pitching performance for Clare to lead the Pioneers to victory. And so going to be a similar type performance needed today from the Manton Rangers in the circle from Kendall Nehart. But she shut down a few good teams this year, and so should be a whole lot of fun to see that Aggie lineup. But keys to victory for the Beal City girls. When you come into a game like this, that you're a big favorite over a conference foe that you play a lot, and going back 8, 10, 12 years, these teams have played together against each other a bunch, and Beal City has gotten the better of them most of the time. And so the thing for Beal City, if you ask me, is not going to be to jump out to that 6-0 lead, 7-0 lead in the first or second inning, but it's going to be coming out there, putting up a couple runs in the first or the second, getting a lead, not letting this Manton Ranger team gain some confidence through the first couple innings. That is the big thing for me. You let them get up there, a couple girls hit the ball hard, let them gain some confidence at the plate. That could go a long way for the Manton Rangers, and the same within the circle. If you're Emma Block out there, just go mow them down, pitch to contact, and let that defense behind you do some work. Going to take another break here as we get ready for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll be getting ready for first pitch. The Beal City Aggies and the Manton Rangers here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Emma Block will be in the circle. Her sister, Beth Block, behind the dish. We'll be back with more Woods Household pregame show or the first pitch right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hi, I'm attorney Joe Barbary. Just like doctors specialize in areas of medicine, at Barbary Law, we specialize in getting you the best possible results. If you've been injured by someone else's negligence, you owe it to yourself and your family to call our legal team. At Barbary Law, we focus on one thing, and that's getting you the compensation you deserve. Every case we take personally.
My attorney is Joe Barbary, he can be yours too.
Konwinski Construction offers a full range of construction services on small and large projects. Konwinski Construction is a leader in the community and are proud to support those student athletes who will be leading our community tomorrow. Konwinski Construction on Gover Parkway, Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant Automotive on Mission has been serving local auto shops and do-it-yourselfers since 1988. Mount Pleasant Automotive is locally owned and carries all the auto part, car care products, and auto maintenance supplies you will need. Visit them online at mtpleasantautomotive.com. Mount Pleasant Automotive, caring for our cars and our local student athletes. Bogwai Banga and Bradley on Main Street in Mount Pleasant provides uncompromising integrity when providing tax and accounting services to individuals and small businesses in the Mid-Michigan area. Bogwai Banga and Bradley has an expert CPA ready to help you, whether you're an individual that needs help with taxes or a business that needs help with, well, just about everything. Bogwai Banga and Bradley is a leader in the community and a proud supporter of local high school sports. Visit them online at bwbpc.com or stop into their office on Main Street in downtown Mount Pleasant. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes, working hard and showing pride for our community. For all of your real estate needs, go with Joe. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-817-1291. Brickner and Bunker Farm Bureau Insurance Group is Mid-Michigan's #1 team for protecting what matters most to you. Home, auto, life, farm, business. They offer a wide variety of coverage at affordable rates with the customer service of a best friend. Visit Brickner and Buckner Farm Bureau Insurance Group on Pickard Road or visit them online at bricknerbunkerinsurance.com.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network in our Barbary Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Woods Household pregame show. Also loved our friends Kenneth Egger, DDS, the Fisher Companies, Gross Farms and Brad Gross Electric, Schaefer's Bait and Sporting Goods, Almost Up North and Stitches for Britches, and Doozy's Ice Cream Place, Thomas Buchanan, the crew at Boomers Lawn Care, Barry Funeral Home, Dog Central, Sydney's Judges Bench, the Beal City Village Store, Smith & Sons Meat Processing, Mount Pleasant Heating and AC, the Isabella Community Sportsplex, Morey Courts, Martin Ice Arena, and the Morey Gymnastics Center, CNC Enterprises, your home for all things Red Wing and Irish Setter Boots in your Carhartt headquarters, and also much loved Dance Again Dress Consignment Shop in Wademan. We're set to go with the Aggies and the Rangers of Manton here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. As you've heard me say a couple times, Beal City is the big favorite in this game. But Manton coming out here trying to make something happen. And if Manton does come out here and get a win versus this highly ranked Beal City team, it would give them a ton of confidence going forward as you head towards the postseason. And again, very similar to high school basketball. Every sport except for high school football that I cover, at least, everybody gets into the playoffs. And so you get a little bit of momentum going here in May. Could carry over to June, and maybe some big things could happen for this Manton Rangers ladies softball team. But it's Emma Block in the circle, Beth Block behind the plate, Hayden McLachlan at first, Macy McKinney at second. At shortstop, it's Miss Addie Sanders. Over at the hot corner, third base, Ariana Brown, they call her Brownie. Out in left field, Madison Fisher. In center field, Dakota Dodak. And in right field, it's Aubrey Thielen. Aubrey Thielen will not be at the plate today. Hitting for her will be Lauren Gross in that 3 spot. Due up for the Manton Rangers, brought to you by our friends at ENS Graphics, a Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, and a Weber Brothers Sawmill. It's Kyra Johnson, Kendall Nyhart, and Aaron McConnell. Shortstop, pitcher, first base, then it goes center fielder, catcher for the Manton Rangers. Again, whenever you see those up-the-middle hitters at first, I'm talking shortstop, pitcher, and center field, you know those are some of the best players in the field as well. Couple more warm-up pitches for Emma Block. Beth Block will get that throw down to second base. A really good one. That's what you like to see if you are Coach Antvelink before this game. All right, here we go. Heading to the dish is going to be Kyra Johnson for the Lady Rangers of Manton. She is the shortstop wearing number 4. We'll be facing Miss Emma Block in the circle. Say Block, Dodak, Lauren Gross, kind of the 3 pitchers that I've seen a lot this year for the Beal City Aggie squad. First pitch of the game is going to be fouled off down the first baseline out of play towards the Manton Ranger dugout. So first pitch is going to be a strike to Kyra Johnson. Block ready to wind and deal for the next one. This one will be fouled off the backstop. So Johnson Just a bit behind it, you could say. And to catch up a bit here. First batter of the game. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Kyra Johnson from Emma Block. That's going to be in there for strike 3. So a 3-strike punch out for Emma Block to start the game. That's a nice little start there. And seen some great pitching of late. Saw a great battle last week. Freeland and Sacred Heart Academy. Saw Preston Kahn strike out 16 last week as well. Yesterday, great performances from Blake Cyan, Caden Yunker, Shepard, and Claire, respectively. That one's going to be fouled off the backstop for Kendall Neihart. We'll do that again. And your boys got the scoreboard up here, but with running everything else, could run behind on the outs. People on base, but want to have that up. People are just checking in time and score. That one's also going to be over for a strike. 0-2 the count to Kendall Neihart. Locke would love to have 2 3-pitch strikeouts here to start the game, and that's how it's going to go. That one looking, what a pitch right there. So defensively for Beal City, again, it's block and block. Emma in the circle, Beth behind the plate, Hayden McLachlan at first, Macy McKinney at second, Addie Sanders at short, Ariana Brown at third, Madison Fisher in left, Dakota Dodak in center, and Aubrey Thielen out and right. That is over for a strike. That is 7 consecutive strikes. You don't talk about an immaculate inning very often in high school softball. And again, we also did have a couple foul balls as well. But you could have 9 pitches, 9 strikes right here if Block is able to get this punch out. And again, with the 2 foul balls, would it be considered immaculate inning in the official score books? I don't know. I have to check. But there it is, a swing and a miss. 3 up, 3 down, 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts for Emma Block, and just like that, we're headed to the bottom of the first inning. What a start for the Aggies of Beal City. We will keep our broadcast right here as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Heading to the circle will be Kendall Neihart. Again, she just went down moments ago on strikes. Whew. And I'm going to look at the guys up here. Is that an immaculate inning? If you have the 2 foul balls there, I don't know. It was 9 pitches. It was 9 strikes. It was 3 punch-outs. And so the cheesy Spockman box score, we're gonna go with an immaculate inning there in the first for Miss Emma Block. What a performance there. Due up for the Lady Aggies is Dakota Dodak, Madison Fisher, and Lauren Gross. Hanging the circle is going to be Neihart. And with this lineup of Beal City, there is just nowhere to go. They have power, they have average, they have speed everywhere, 1 through 9. For example, Hayden McLachlan, Macy McKinney, 8-9. You could easily move them up to 1-2, move Fisher and Dodak down, and it's not going to make a whole lot of difference in this lineup. You just need to get in where you can get in this powerful Aggies lineup. If you get a chance to go up there with the bat, you need to make it happen because there's another girl waiting to do so as well. A couple more warm-up pitches for Neihart in the circle. It's McConnell at first, Meyer behind the plate. Just kind of run down things defensively here. Lafreniere at second base. At shortstop, it is going to be Miss Kyra Johnson. And over at the hot corner, it'll be Kylie Alexander. Again, a lot of Ks here for this Manton lineup. Kyra, Kendall, Katie, Carly, and Kylie going through that 9. So 5 of the 9, their first names start with a K. Dakota Dodak will now step to the dish again. She's one of the girls. She can hit a home run. She can drop down a bunt. She's just really tough to deal with at the plate because she can do anything she wants to. Batting on the right side, here comes the first pitch. Great movement on that one from Neihart. Swing and a miss there from Dakota Dodak. And Madison Fisher on deck playing in left field. Designated hitter Lauren Gross hitting in the 3 spot here today. That one's going to miss. It's going to go to the backstop. Neihart just couldn't gather that one. It is a little cold out there. It's not raining right now, but there's been a little bit of rain coming down here or there. So it is going to be tough to control that softball out there. Next one's going to be hit towards center field. It's going to get down for it, up against the wall for Dakota Dodak. Rounding first, coming into second. It's going to be a leadoff double for Miss Dodak to start the first inning for Beal City. That is a good start. That'll bring Madison Fisher now to the plate for the Lady Aggies. And Favre gave it a good chase out there in center field, but there wasn't any way she was going to be able to catch up to that one. Next pitch, that's going to be inside for ball one to Madison Fisher. Fisher steps back in, ready for the 0-1, or the 1-0, pardon me. That one's going to be high. 2-0 now, the count to Madison Fisher. Dakota Dodak at second base. Yeah, without the leadoff in softball, I don't think we'll see her try and steal third with nobody out. That one's going to be inside. It'll get to the backstop, so Dakota Dodak will move up to third base on that pass ball, and it's now a 3-0 count to Madison Fisher. Again, this is the difficult part. If you're Neihart, you face some difficult lineups in the Highland Conference, but nothing like this Aggie squad. Here comes the 3-0. That's going to bounce up there, and so it'll be a 4-pitch walk for Madison Fisher. Now have runners at the corners for Beal City with nobody out. Lauren Gross step into this. Another girl is capable of dropping down a bunt or putting one over that 200 mark at the center wall fence. That one's going to be high. Runner taking second base. They're going to let Fisher go. Not going to let the old Brad Ancliffe happen and Dodak come in from third base if they threw it out to second. So now runners on second and third. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning for Beal City. Next pitch is going to be hit towards third. Nice play over at third base. Long throw over to first is going to be in time for the out. That was a great play by Alexander. It'll be a ground out, but it'll still be an RBI for Lauren Gross as she hit that one deep enough into the hole to allow Dodak to come in and score. It also allows Fisher to move up to third base. So 1-0 Beal City, a runner on third base with one down here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch is going to be over for a strike to Emma Block. 1-0 Lady Aggies with the lead. Runner on third base, one out. High fly ball for Emma Block here. Could score a run. Now, I feel like in softball, you like the opportunity to try and just smash one here. As long as it gets deep to the outfield with the speed of Fisher at third, she'll be able to score on the sacrifice fly, but you get a chance to kind of swing for the fence. That one's actually going to be a hit by pitch as it kind of caught the ankle up there of Emma Block. That'll now bring Ariana Brown to the plate. One down, runners at the corners. And I think if you ask most of the girls in this lineup, they're all very, very competitive, but Ariana Brown is the girl that probably puts the most fear into pitchers when she steps to the plate. Emma Block's now going to have a pinch runner. It's Ashlyn Thielen coming in to run for the Aggies. So Thielen at first, over at third is Madison Fisher. A lot of speed on the base path for Ariana Brown as she steps to the plate. Waves the pink bat over the back right shoulder. She's going to foul that one off, 0-1 to count. Runners at the corners. One down, bottom of the first inning. Brown at the plate, looking to drive in a run or two. And she's also another girl that's capable. She's got the speed to drop down a bunch. She smokes this one in between short and third. That'll drive in the run. She'll have to hold off at first base. Holding up at second is Emma Block. And so an RBI single for Ariana Brown, bringing in Madison Fisher. 2-0 Beal City with the lead. Runners at first and second base. Still just one down here in the bottom of the first inning. It's now Beth Block at the plate. She's going to pop this one up towards short. Not an easy play, but it is gathered by Johnson for the second out. So pop out to short. Now 2 down, 2 on here for Beal City. It's going to bring Addie Sanders to the dish, playing at shortstop for the Aggies, batting in the 7th spot, wearing number 32. That pitch is going to be high. Great job by Meyer behind the plate to keep that one in front of her. 1-0. And a big, big shout out to Andy Latham, who must be tuning in, who actually sent me the definition of the immaculate inning. And so we'll get to that here in a moment. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. A pitcher must record 3 outs in an inning by striking out 3 consecutive batters. And so all strikes, I'm going to say that's an immaculate inning. This one's popped out of play by Addie Sanders. That'll run the count to 2-1. But a big, big shout out to Andy Latham for sending me that to help me get that information out there. And so, yeah, we're gonna stick with an immaculate inning for Block in that top half of the first. Now she's got a crooked number up here for her offense in the bottom of the first. Grounder towards short. It's going to be a long throw over to first. Sanders is going to beat it, and the runners move up as well, and they had moved up, I should say. So now runners at the corners. Another run comes in for the Aggies. 2 down. It's an RBI single for Addie Sanders. Coming around to score is Emma Block. Moving up to third is Ariana Brown. At first is Addie Sanders for Hayden McLachlan. 2 down, runners at the corners. 3-zip Beal City with the lead here in the bottom of the first inning. This one's going to be powered out towards left center field. It's gone! It's a 3-run bomb for Hayden McLachlan, and just like that, it is 6-0 Beal City. So it looked like maybe 2 outs you were going to get out of it with maybe just giving up 2 or 3 runs. Then you get, 2 runs, and then you get the RBI single from Addie Sanders, and then the 3-run home run from Hayden McLachlan. It is now 6-0 Beal City here in the bottom of the first inning. Man, it looked like Nyhart was going to get out of the inning, really limiting the damage, but then 2 big 2-out hits. The RBI single from Addie Sanders, and then the 3-run bomb out by the hanging by a thread sign here at Beal City High School. What a blast there from Hayden McLachlan for the 3-run Jackets. Now 6-0 Beal City with the lead as Macy McKinney steps to the dish. If she gets on base, the Aggies will have batted around here in the bottom of the first inning. Next pitch from Nyhart. That's going to stay high. 2-0 the count to McKinney. McKinney playing at second base, wearing number 27. Hard to tell out there she's wearing the jacket, but I cannot blame her right now. Next pitch, that's going to be inside. 3-0 the count. And you can see Nyhart, she's got some good movement. But right now, the Aggie batters being patient at the plate, and when they've seen something to hit here in the bottom of the first inning, they've hit it and hit it very well. It's a 4-pitch walk for Miss Macy McKinney. She heads down to first base, and that will bring Dakota Dodak back to the plate. Dodak, her first time up in this inning, doubled and came around to score on an RBI single from Ariana Brown. That pitch is going to be inside. McKinney thinks about it, but she'll hold up. 1-0 the count to Dodak. She steps out, steps back in. 6-0 Aggies in front here in the bottom of the first. There goes McKinney. Throw out to second base. It's going to bounce in there. Great jump from McKinney as she takes second base. Now runner in scoring position here for Dodak with 2 down. Dodak steps back in on the right side. The Aggie girls out there in the royal blue and black jerseys. Rangers out there in the all black with the orange socks. That one's going to miss. 3-0. Now the count to Dakota Dodak. Again, she's probably got the green light here in this situation. Probably doesn't have to take this one. As I say it, it's going to miss outside, so she will take the walk. Now 2 on, 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. So the 3-run home run from Hayden McLachlan made it 6-0. McKinney walked to turn it back to the top of the order. Now Dodak walked. Now stepping to the plate is Madison Fisher. She walked, stole second base, and came around to score. First pitch is going to be over for a strike for Nyhart. Runners on first and second for Fisher. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to miss and go to the backstop. That'll allow the runners to move up to second and third. And this is what's so difficult when you have a potent lineup like this. You think to yourself, well, all right, we get, got 2 girls on, but we've got 2 outs, but it doesn't matter because you go Fisher, Gross, Block, Brown. There's just no holes in this lineup. You got to be focused and get one of these elite hitters out if you're going to get out of this inning. That one will miss. 2-1 now the count to Madison Fisher. Lauren Gross on deck. She grounded out her first time up, but still drove in a run. That one's going to miss inside. Great job right there by Meyer behind the plate to keep that in front of her. 3-1 now the count to Madison Fisher. She should see something to hit here. You don't want to walk the bases loaded for Lauren Gross. And that is what will happen. 3 consecutive walks have now loaded the bases after they were emptied with a 2-out home run. That brings Lauren Gross to the plate. And as I look over on the baseball field, the Aggie boys are already up 3-0. And now a meeting of the minds right now as Coach Boersma comes out from the dugout. Actually, she's not. Just a nice job by the catcher, Meyer, showing some leadership. And I think you're going out there, you're telling Nyhart right now, we came up here knowing we were facing one of the top lineups in the state. Yeah, they've hit you hard, but we probably could have got you out of this inning as well. So let's get up here, throw a couple strikes, pitch to contact, and see if you can make a defensive play. And as I say that, Lauren Gross is stepping up to the dish here, thinking if I hit a home run, we're going to put up double digits in this inning. Again, she's a girl capable, even 2 outs, bases loaded. She's got the speed to drop down a bunt and has the power to hit a grand slam. She swings at the first pitch. She hits it high out to center field, and it's going to get down for a hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Here comes number 3, and it's in. Lauren Gross with the 3 RBI double. She empties the bases after they were walked loaded. She now stands at second base alone, but she drove in all 3 runners. It's now 9-0 Beal City here in the bottom of the first inning. This one's going to be roped to third, and it's caught at the hot corner by Alexander. What a catch there on the line out to third base. That will get Manton out of the inning, but 9 runs come across, and I think most importantly, 7 runs come across with 2 outs. This very easily could be a 2-0 game heading to the second inning. Instead, it's 9-0 Beal City in front. We're going to take a break here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network to hear from some of our great sponsors. And when we come back, see if the Manton Rangers can get something going after the immaculate inning. Well, we'll do some more research on the immaculate inning as well. Back with more Aggies softball right after this. Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill buys standing timber and logs all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job, from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes.
J&J Auto in Wademan is Mid-Michigan's elite automotive repair shop. J&J Auto offers complete collision repair and mechanical repair. Stop by on Wademan Road or call them today at 989-644-8908. J&J Auto, proud supporters of high school student athletes. Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it. 9-0, the Aggie girls in front here as we start the second inning. And the first one is going to miss from Miss Block. The first pitch that will miss in this game is she had an immaculate inning in the top half of the first inning. Just an absolutely dominant performance as Manton comes to play. Here comes a ground ball. It will get through for a hit as well. So the the Rangers with a runner on base here in the top of the second inning. But it's still all things Aggies right now as they lead at 9-0 here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network from our Barbary Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction in Beal City today. You think about that Zaid Batchelor baller of the game, brought to you by Weefrich Financial. You had the 3-run home run from Hayden McLachlan. Also the 3 RBI double from Lauren Gross. Actually, Lauren Gross ended up with 4 RBI in that first inning. And she had the ground-out RBI earlier in the inning. That's going to be over for a strike. 1-1 now the count to Katie Meyer. Rangers looking to get something going here. Number 4 hitter got on. Number 5 hitter Katie Meyer now at the plate. She was behind the dish in that first inning. Did a good job keeping a few bouncers in front of her. Swing and a miss on that one. 1-2 now the count. Quick throw down to first base from Beth Block. Getting back quickly is Honor Favre at first for Manton. Here comes the 1-2 to Katie Meyer. A lot of movement on that one. It's a swing and a miss. It is the 4th punch out for Miss Block. In this one, there's 1 down, a runner on first base now for the Manton Rangers. Number 1, Carly Wilkins, another one of the K's in this lineup, stepping to the plate. She plays in right field. Comes the first pitch from Block. That's just going to miss high and outside. Actually, that was a strike. Must have just caught the top corner of that zone. Wilkins steps back in. Takes a big cut at that one now. Throw down to first base, looking to get the runner leading off, but diving back in time is Honor Favre. Now 0-2 the count to Carly Wilkins. Block winds and deals at the 0-2. That's in the low part of the zone for the 5th punch out, and that's the 5th out so far of the game. What a start for Miss Emma Block in the circle. 9-0. Aggies with the lead. Now 2 down here in the top of the 1st inning. Stepping to the plate is Shelby Sparks, playing out in left field for the Manton Rangers in this one. She's going to foul this one off down the first baseline. Just a little dribbler, didn't get 4 or 5 feet out of the batter's box, going foul. On her farm at first base, after she singled the lead off the inning. Since then, it's been 2 punch-outs for Emma Block. She has got 5. All 5 outs have been recorded via punch-out. That one, another swinging strike there for Sparks. Emma Block is really spinning it out there in this one. Here comes the 0-2. Let's see if she can strike out the side again, and she will. Woo, woo, woo. 6 outs recorded through 2 have all been punch-outs from Miss Emma Block. What a performance from her in the circle. I believe we're going to see her at the plate now when we come back as well. Another break here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. When we come back, bottom of the 2nd inning. The Aggies put up 9 in the bottom of the 1st. See what they do in the bottom of the 2nd. Here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Mount Pleasant Automotive on Mission has been serving local auto shops and do-it-yourselfers since 1988. Mount Pleasant Automotive is locally owned and carries all the auto part, car care products, and auto maintenance supplies you will need. Visit them online at mtpleasantautomotive.com. Mount Pleasant Automotive, caring for our cars and our local student athletes. Konwinski Construction offers a full range of construction services on small and large projects. Konwinski Construction is a leader in the community and are proud to support those student athletes who will be leading our community tomorrow. Konwinski Construction on Gover Parkway, Mount Pleasant.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to our Barbary Law Studios, built by that Konwinski Construction. Chris Bachman here with you at Beal City High School today. What a start for Miss Emma Block. In the circle, she has struck out 6 through 2. Yes, that is right. Every out that has been recorded has come via the strikeout for the Beal City Aggies. And, they had a pretty good bottom of the 1st inning as well, putting up 9 runs on the Manton Rangers. It's 9-0 as we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It is 5-6-7 due up for the Aggies. Ariana Brown, it's Beth Block, not Emma Block, due up, my bad there, and Addie Sanders. Ariana Brown's first time at the plate. She had an RBI single. Beth Block popped out to the shortstop, and Addie Sanders had an RBI single her first time up. Nine nothing Aggies in front here in the bottom of the 2nd inning on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. It's absolute dominant offense and dominant pitching. There's been 1 lone hit for Manton through those 2. In between there, it has been 6 punch-outs. Brown steps in, batting on the right side. Looks at the first pitch. Great movement on it there from Nyhart. Busts back over the outside part of the zone for a strike. Brown steps back to the dish. That one's going to miss high and outside. 1-1 now the count to Ariana Brown. Again, Brown, one of the girls you'd like to pitch around if you had a lineup that you could pitch around. Hot ground ball over to third base. Nice job by Alexander. Long throw over to first, and she will get the out. And so the ground out here to start the 2nd inning for Beal City offensively. I'll bring Beth Block to the plate. She popped out to short her first time at the plate. That one's going to be over for a strike. Or pardon me, that's going to miss here to Block. 1-0. I just feel like when you're the umpire, you got to know when the 2 catchers are at the plate as well. You got to give them a little bit better of a strike zone because you're spending so much time with it behind the plate. That one's going to be a strike on the inside. Oh, no, it's going to miss on the inside corner. 2-0. 1 down here, bottom of the 2nd inning. Digging in at the plate is Beth Block. She's going to look at that one. That's also going to miss. 3-0 now the count. Addie Sanders on deck. She would love Beth Block or probably a pinch runner to be on base when she steps up. Here comes the 3-0. And one's going to be smoked out towards left center field. It's going to be a home run. That one just carried and carried for Beth Block. She had the green light on the 3-0 count, and she blasted out to left center field over the hanging by a thread sign. What a bomb, our second of the game, and it is now 10-0 Beal City here in the bottom of the second inning with one down. Now stepping to the plate is Addie Sanders. She had an RBI single her first time up. Behind her is Hayden McLachlan, who had a 3-run home run her first time up. Block was kind of casual coming out of the box of that one as well, too. Like, she didn't think she got all of it. And it's not super windy out here at Beal City today, but that wind is carrying the ball a little bit towards the outfield as that one was going for Miss Beth Block. Our second home run in, well, 2 innings now here for Beal City, and they've still got some work to do. That one will miss and get to the backstop, but there's nobody on base. Addie Sanders will dig back in. 10-0, Aggies in front here. 9 in the first, 1 up here in the second inning. They scored 7 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of that first inning. Great breaking ball there from Nyhart as it drops back in the zone, 1-1, and now the count to Addie Sanders. Big cut that time from Sanders. Good pitch on the inside corner. She swings through it. It's now 1-2. And McLachlan is on deck. 3-run home run her last time up. That one's going to miss inside to Sanders. Sanders digs back in. It's down to Coach Anvelink down the third baseline for the sign. She's going to foul tip this one to stay alive at the plate. Count is 2-2. Much love to our friends, Barbary Law, Gates Drilling and Service, Bill's Custom Fab, the Bird All-American Grill, Clark Modular Homes, and Weefrich Financial being big sponsors of the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. This one's sent down the left field line, but it's going to go foul out of play. Count will remain 2-2. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat upcoming here. So Nyhart would love to get a punch out here for out number 2. Block has struck out 6 batters through 2. Every out that's been registered for Beal has come via punch out. Sanders is going to launch this one foul down the left field line once again. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat upcoming here. Sanders looks down third baseline for the sign. Steps back in. Here comes a 2-2. This one fouled off once again. Wouldn't that bat here for Addie Sanders? She has now fouled off 4 2-strike pitches. The count remains 2-2. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat upcoming. Yesterday when I was in Clare for high school baseball, it was Dane Alexander that led off the game for the Clare Pioneers and just really kind of set the tone for the Clare batters. He had a 12-pitch at-bat before he finally singled. Just kind of sent the message to Shepherd they were going to be a tough out that day, and they were, as Clare bested Shepherd 8-3 yesterday here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Right now, the Aggies lead at 10-0. That one's going to miss. It's going to run the count full. Pitch number 10 of the at-bat upcoming here for Addie Sanders. And that's going to bounce up there. What an at-bat for the shortstop as she's on the base path for her second time in as many at-bats. That'll bring Hayden and McLachlan to the plate. She had a 3-run home run her first time up. She steps back to the dish. It's 10-0 Aggies with the lead. There's still just one down here in the bottom of the second inning. She swings at the first pitch. It's going to be a high fly ball towards center field. It's going to get down for a hit. They still got a chance to get the force out at second, and they will. Just kind of an unlucky play there for the Aggies. There's now 2 down. Runner remains on first base for Beal City. Stepping to the plate is going to be Macy McKinney. And a fielder's choice there. So McLachlan does reach. I'll bring McKinney to the dish. McKinney walked her first plate appearance, stole second base, was actually driven in on the 3 RBI double from Lauren Gross. McKinney steps in, batting on the right side. That pitch is going to be inside, 1-0. Say McKinney McKinney at the plate. Dodak awaiting in the batter's box. on deck circle, pardon me, as I get my terminology goofed up here a little bit, hoping she gets an opportunity with a couple runners on. That one's going to get away from the pitcher, thinking about going over at first base is Hayden McLachlan, but makes a smart decision and holds up. 2-0 the count to Macy McKinney. She walked on 4 pitches her first time up. Here comes the next one. That's going to catch the corner on the inside. 2-1 now the count to McKinney. 2 down, bottom of the second inning. 2-1 the count to Macy McKinney. That one's going to bounce up there. It's also going to get away from the catcher, Meyer. That'll allow McLachlan to take second base on the pass ball. Now run the count to 3-1. Kenny digs back in on the right side. Here comes the 3-1. That's also going to miss. That's going to put a runner's on first and second now for Beal City. I'll say it again. They scored 7 runs with 2 outs in that first inning, so they're a big, big threat still here. At first is McKinney. At second is McLachlan. Stepping to the plate is Dakota Dodak. She's doubled and walked and scored 2 runs in 2 innings. Now in inning number 3, she has her 3rd plate appearance. Or pardon me, inning number 2, she has her 3rd plate appearance. Getting a little bit ahead of myself here. That one's going to miss high. 2-0. See, when a team bats around and you got that scorecard going, you got to remember to change those things as they come up. Dodak should see something to hit here. She's going to blast it high towards the outfield. Not going to be an easy play, but making the catch is Johnson, going from the dirt to the grass from a shortstop position. The Aggies will leave 2 on here in the bottom of the second inning. They do get 1 more run across. It's 10-0 Aggies as we head to the 3rd inning. We'll see if Emma Block can continue her dominant performance in the circle. She has got all 6 of the outs for Beal City via the punch-out. Back with more Aggie softball right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant.
Jenna Gates
and Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
From our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Amelia Lafreniere tries to drop down the bunt, leading things off here in the 3rd for the Manton Rangers. It's going to go foul. 10-0 our score. Now here in the top of the 3rd inning. Been old Beal City in this one. Emma Block is already ahead in the count, 0-2. There's been 1 player to reach base. That was Honor Favre. Everybody else has gone down via punch-out against Miss Emma Block. And there's another one right there. 7 outs, 7 punch-outs. I tell you what, if you're out there on the path right now, if you're McLachlan, McKinney, Sanders, or Brown, you almost want something put in play. And near the outfield, Dodak, Thielen, and Fisher, you could go an inning or 2 without anything getting hit your way. But when you're the girls out there around the circle or around the diamond, you're hoping to get something hit to you every once in a while, but that's just not been the case. 0-1 the count. That's going to miss outside. 1-1 the count to Kylie Alexander. 1 down, top of the 3rd inning. Aggies lead it 10-0. Had 9 in the first, 1 in the second. That's going to be over for a strike. 1-2 now the count to Kylie Alexander. Emma Block had an immaculate inning in inning number 1. 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts to the top part of the order. There is another punch-out right there. Holy moly. So through the lineup for the Manton Rangers, Honor Farr singled. Everybody else went down via punch-out. Think about that. 8 of 9 going down via strikeout. Showing bunt is going to be Johnson. Brown crashing in from third. Almost makes the catch in foul territory, but could not quite get there. 2 down, top of the third inning. All Aggies all the time here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network as they lead at 10-0. The score update. Brad Maley Well Drilling, Mallet Construction, and Clark Modular Homes. Still 3-0. Beal City boys leading over on the baseball field. 1-1 now the count to Kyra Johnson as she takes that one. No, actually it's going to be over for a strike, 0-2. Block winds and deals. This one's going to be fouled down the first baseline, almost caught in foul territory. If you're Emma Block, I wonder if there's a secret part of you that's happy that McLachlan didn't bring that in so you can go for your 9th punch out here. If the Aggies do put 5 up in the bottom of the third inning, that could actually end this game via mercy. Nice job there by Kyra Johnson staying alive at the dish as he fouls that one off down the first baseline. Johnson looks down the first baseline, or third baseline for the signal, steps back in on the right side. Here comes the 0-2. Be popped up in the infield. It'll be caught by McKinney from second base, and so that is just the second out registered in the field in this one. The first out registered in the field. 8 strikeouts, 8 of the 9 outs through 3 innings for Beal City have come via the punch out. If they put up 5 here in the bottom of the third inning, they could walk it off. And it's 2-3-4 Fisher, Gross, and Emma Block a due up for the Aggies. They have been absolutely dominant in this one. Shows you why they are the number 6 ranked team in the state in Division 4. We're going to take a commercial break. Be back with the bottom of the third inning right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Brad Maley Well Drilling has proudly served Mid-Michigan since the early 1990s. We are family-owned with 3 licensed drillers and over 100 years of experience. We specialize in 5-inch PVC water wells and systems ranging from 2 to 12 inches. Every well we do includes a 5-year warranty and 1-year parts and labor guarantee. We are available 24/7, and you'll always talk to a real person. Call Brad Maley Well Drilling today for a free estimate. Trusted service, generation after generation.
Clark Modular Homes in Mount Pleasant are a one-stop shop from the buy, the build, and beyond with their fantastic service department. Stop in to see their selection and purchase options today on Pickard Road or visit them online at modularhomesbyclark.com. Clark Modular Homes, supporting Mid-Michigan youth in and out of the classroom.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. As we head to the bottom of the third inning, it's a 10-0 Beal City Aggie lead. Their bats have been phenomenal. Their pitching has been phenomenal from Emma Block in the circle. 8 of the 9 outs for Manton through 3 innings have come via punch-out from Emma Block. As you think about that, Zaid Batchelder baller of the game brought to you by Weefrich Financial. If you want to be a baller like my main man, Zaid Batchelder, get your money in with Brian Weefrich and the crew at Weefrich Financial, and they will get you set up. First pitch will miss to Madison Fisher. She'll step out and step back in, batting from the right side. She's playing out in left field, wears number 16 for the Aggies. That one's also going to go high over the catcher's head, 2-0. Lauren Gross is on deck. Actually, Fisher on the day technically doesn't have a plate appearance as she has walked twice. She has scored both times she's been on the base path. And if she gets another one here, actually this one's going to be sent out towards left field for a base hit. And so maybe the first pitch of the day that really Fisher's been able to see where she could swing at it, and she actually takes second base. What a play right there from Madison Fisher with some heads-up base running to take second base. You're not gonna pay attention. I'll take an extra base on you. Now a runner on second, nobody out. Lauren Gross, the DH, batting third, stepping to the plate. The runner on second base. Nobody out here in the third. That one's smoked out towards left field. It's going to get down, coming in to score easily. Trotting in is going to be Madison Fisher. Grounding second, going to third is Lauren Gross with an RBI triple. What a play by Gross. What a play by Fisher. Just heads up base running right there. It's now 11-0 Beal City. Runner on third. Nobody out as the pitcher, Emma Block, steps to the plate. She is technically the official box score 0 for 1 on the day. She was hit by a pitch in the first inning and came around to score. In the third inning, her second plate appearance in the first inning, she lined out to third to end the first. Both of those are going to miss inside. Fantastic job from Meyer behind the plate to keep that one in front of her to not allow the speedy Lauren Gross to come in from third. That one bounced away from her a couple times, but never got far enough away to where Lauren Gross felt comfortable trying to charge in to score from third. 11-0 Aggies with the lead here. Bottom of the third inning. 2-0 count to the cleanup hitter, McLachlan. Great breaking ball there. Bust back over the zone for Nyhart. Nyhart's got some good stuff out there. She's just facing a deadly lineup of Beal City who've got the bats going here on this kind of chilly Tuesday. That one's going to be over for a strike. Now 2-2 the count to McLachlan. She'll step out and step back in. Two pitchers facing off against each other here. That one's going to stay high. It'll run the count full to 3-2. Runner on third base is Lauren Gross, ready to charge in if Block puts this in play. That one's going to be smoked fouled on the third baseline. That one would have been fair. Would have been an absolute line drive, but might have gone to the fences. There was just a lot of power in that one from McLachlan. Count remains 3-2 after that foul ball. This will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat upcoming here. We're in the bottom of the third inning. The Aggie bats have been a-rolling. It's 11-0. This one's going to be fouled on the third baseline. Again, it had the distance on it to be a home run. It actually goes on the top of the hitting cages down the left field line. Whew. That might have had about 220, 230 on it there from Block. We'll do the payoff pitch once again. And this one is smoked out towards left field. It's going to get down for a hit up against the wall. Coming in to score easily as Lauren Gross at second base with the RBI double is McLachlan. It is now 12-0. Beal City in front. Still nobody down. Runner at second base as Ariana Brown, steps to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single and a run scored. She grounded out third base her second time up. It was a great play over at third from Alexander from Manton to get the out. First pitch is going to miss 1-0 the count. Here comes the next one. That one's going to bounce up there. Great job by Meyer to keep it in front of her to not allow the runner to advance. Brown steps back in, count 2-0. That one's also going to miss inside, 3-0 the count. One thing noticed from Nyhart this inning, she really wants to keep the ball inside. She does not want to allow the Beal City Aggie girls kind of extend those arms and really put some power into it. And it hasn't exactly worked, as you can see the score, but there's a 4-pitch walk there for Ariana Brown. Beth Block now steps to the plate, and you normally in the third inning wouldn't say that the game-winning run is at the plate, but she had a home run her last time up. If Beth Block homers again here, that would end it. And she is the 15th run, and 15-0 after 3 innings. Those umpires will call it. She's going to send this one up the middle. Jumping out of the way of it is going to be not Lauren Gross, but McLachlan, and she's going to come in to score run number 13. At second is Ariana Brown. The RBI single at first is going to be Beth Block. I tell you what, trying to choose the Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game, J&J Auto Collision Report, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply Drill of the game is going to be tough in this one because the whole lineup has just really brought it here today as Addie Sanders now steps to the dish. 13-0 Aggies in front. Runners at first and second. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Sanders will take that 1-1 count. Sanders' last at-bat, on the 11th pitch, she walked. It was a fantastic at-bat. She fouled off 4 two-strike pitches. That one's going to miss inside. It'll get away from the catcher for a moment and allow the runners to advance up to second and third. So now the game-winning run, technically in scoring position at second base for Beal City, and Addie Sanders with a 2-1 count. Sanders digs in. Here comes the pitch. Sent out towards left field. It's going to get down for a hit. That will bring in the game-winning runs with Ariana Brown and Miss Beth Block. That'll do it. 15-0 is the score on the 2 RBI single from Addie Sanders to end that one. What a performance from the Beal City offense. I got to look at the clock. This game started at 4. It's 4:50. Usually when you have games like this, you're still going an hour and a half, 2 hours, because things can take quite a long time out there in the field with the 9 put up in the first, the 5 put up in the third. But them runs came boom, 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 boom. It just happened very, very quickly. 15-0, our final, just like that. Man. Think about that J&J Auto Collision Report. Again, Mumford Oil Gas Supply drill of the game, our Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game. That is going to be tough to decide. Our Zaid Batchelder Baller of the game will go to Miss Block for what she did in the circle, because 8 of the 9 outs recorded for Beal City came via strikeout. When you only have to get 1 put out defensively, that makes things pretty darn easy for first base, second base, shortstop, third, and everybody out there. 15-0, our final. The Beal City Aggie girls, holy moly, what an offensive explosion in this one here as they win it, going away 15-0. We're going to take a break here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. When we come back, we will have our Bird All-American Grill postgame show to put a bow on this one. But holy moly, that happened really quick, really fast. What a performance from the Aggie girls, winning 15-0 in about 51 minutes. Back to put a bow on this one right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Jenna Gates.
And Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
From our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant. Good luck to all of our local athletes from Bill's Custom Fab.
The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, open every day but Sunday for lunch and dinner. Delicious pizza, the world-famous Bird Burger, handcrafted, fresh-baked subs, many apps, and much more. There's something for everyone at The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, where friends gather like family. The Bird, supporting high school sports in mid-Michigan for nearly 100 years. We have all seen this sticker, maybe in Mount Pleasant, Beal City, Ithaca, or Traverse City. There is a reason you see that sticker everywhere. That's because Dick Sova Auto Sales has been selling sharp used cars and trucks for 3 generations. Stop in to see the Sova family in downtown Shepherd for your next low-mileage, immaculate car, and see why they're known for over 40 years of fantastic customer service. Or you can view their inventory now at DickSovaAutoSales.com. Dick Sova Auto Sales, selling sharp used cars and trucks and supporting sharp student athletes. Powell Frame and Collision knows we all spend a lot of time looking out the windshield. So if yours gets cracked, dented, damaged, or destroyed, Powell Frame and Collision, along with their expert collision service, now offers expert auto glass replacement. Working with insurance, they can replace all makes and all models, including new advanced driver assistance system windshields. Mention you saw this ad and you can get $100 off of your windshield replacement. Powell Frame and Collision, downtown Shepherd. For over 4 decades, ENS Graphics has delivered confidence, trust, and peace of mind by providing their customers with expert service and using state-of-the-art technology. We all know in sports, what's on the inside counts the most. But when it comes to your business, school, organization, what's on the outside does matter. If your business needs anything printed, ENS Graphics can do it. If you want your club, team, organization to look good, ENS can help with that. They take your vision and make it their mission. ENS Graphics, a proud supporter of the Mid-Michigan community and their local athletes. Visit ENS Graphics at their location down in Ithaca or visit their website at esgraphics.com. ENS Graphics, printing all things physical.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome on into our Bird All-American Grill post-game show here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Our final 15-0 in 3 innings. The Lady Aggies of Beal City besting the Lady Rangers of Manton. What a performance all the way around. I already said Zaid Batchelder, baller of the game, brought to you by our friends at Weefridge Financial. Going to Miss Emma Block. She struck out 8 through 3. That means only 1 out had to be registered via a putout. They were all punch-outs. And then at the dish, she was technically 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI double. She was also hit by a pitch and came around to score. So Emma Block on the day, 8 strikeouts through 3 in the circle. That would already be a pretty darn good day, but then you add in what she did at the plate, going 1 for 2 with an RBI double and 2 runs scored as she was hit by a pitch and came around to score in the first inning. The Aggies do it in 3 innings, 9 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third. They bat around in the first inning. Just an unbelievable dominant performance. Again, trying to think J&J Auto collision report. We're going to give it to Miss Hayden McLachlan for her 3-run home run in the first inning. Again, the Aggies putting up 7 with 2 outs in the bottom of that first. Just kind of a backbreaker out there to the Manton Rangers, who already knew they were coming into this game facing a tough task. But at J&J Auto collision report, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply drill of the game, our Weber Brothers Sawmill timber of the game could go to the whole entire team. Again, you put up a 15 spot in 3 innings. That's impressive. But Hayden McLachlan's 3-run home run, when she sent that one out, it was just kind of like a, all right, yeah, this is going to be a quick game type of home run right there. Final score update coming from the baseball field, brought to you by our friends Brad Malley Well Drilling, Malley Construction, and Clark Modular Homes. 7-0, the Aggie boys with a lead. I feel really weird saying Chris Spockman signing off right now as it's 4:56 in the afternoon, but I will just give a tip of the cap to Coach Ant Valink and the Lady Aggies for getting me an early day. I was just telling Dave McKinney, my dog's going to be like, what the heck are you doing home so early? The sun's still out. But what a performance. 15-0. The Aggies over Manton in 3 innings. No action tomorrow. Thursday, planning on being, and again, Jason McIntyre is listening. I'm asking for permission right now. Planning on being at Mount Pleasant High School in the softball field, Ted McIntyre Field, as the Lady Oilers take on Alpena. And then Friday, it's still waiting on some AD approval as well, but we're planning on being in McBain as McBain and Beal City. Now it's another year, another sport where those two are going to battle it out for the Highland Conference Championship. Doesn't seem to matter if it's football, if it's basketball. It seems like all things lead to Beal City, McBain when it comes to boys sports in Highland. It'll be the 20-something year that the Aggies could wrap up that Highland Conference Championship for boys baseball. Our final here, 15-0. The Lady Aggies over the Manton Rangers. Thanks so much for tuning in to our Bird All